Visakhapatnam, the city of destiny, a land where history and modern aspirations collide. For over 2,500 years, this ancient port city has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, Kalinga, Pallavas, Cholas, and Vijayanagara. Today, it stands as a major economic powerhouse on India's eastern coast. With a booming economy, a strategic naval base, and rapidly expanding IT and electronic industries, Visakhapatnam is among India's top 10 fastest-growing urban economies, contributing $24 billion annually.
So, Vishakhapatnam, the city of destiny, is one unique city which has a very beautiful coastline, adjoining hills, and is a major contributor to not just the state's GDP, Andhra Pradesh GDP, but also the country's GDP. It is a good industrialized city. It has a good potential for IT, tourism, as well as other beautiful eco-tourist and other facilities here.
But beneath this progress lies a hidden reality. Despite its wealth, nearly 45% of the city's population lives in slums, unrecognized settlements, where vulnerable communities struggle for basic environmental dignity. Visakhapatnam is also at an environmental crossroads, declared a non-attainment city by the Central Pollution Control Board. Air pollution is a growing concern. At the same time, the city remains highly prone to natural disasters like 2014 Hudhud cyclones, testing the resilience of its people. In response to these challenges, a new movement is emerging, one that puts people at the center of urban transformation. Introducing Project Vizag, vitalizing communities zealous, action for a generous urban ecosystem, a people-driven initiative supported by Redington Foundation and implemented by DHAN Foundation, designed to empower communities and build sustainable urban solutions. For over 25 years, DHAN Foundation has worked closely with 30,000 slum families, driving grassroots development through its unique people's institutions. With Redington Foundation as a development partner, not just a donor, this project is shaping a model of urban resilience, one that is sustainable, cost-effective, and replicable. This is a first-of-its-kind model where community institutions, corporate partners, civil society, and the government come together to shape a better hope for the vulnerable of Visakhapatnam.
VMRDA, the Vishakhapatnam Metropolitan Regional Development Authority, is a authority that covers three districts: Vijayanagaram, Vishakhapatnam, and Anakapalli. And we are the major planning and development authority in this region. We want to develop this whole area for the future, but not just in the way that a lot of other cities have grown, but in a sustainable way where everyone is brought together in this development, and everyone includes environment also.
Visakhapatnam is not just an urban metropolis. It is a city shaped by four distinct landscapes: urban, rural, coastal, and tribal. Each of these areas presents unique challenges, requiring tailored solutions that integrate resilience, sustainability, and community action. With this in mind, Project Vizag has designed three transformative environmental models: Model Coastal Slum, Model Urban Water Body Restoration, and Model Urban Forest Revival. These models are not just projects, they are blueprints for a people-driven, sustainable future. Coastal communities are the first to face the impact of climate change, natural disasters, and economic instability. To build resilience, Jalarapeta, an indigenous fishing settlement, was chosen as a model coastal slum, where four key interventions are reshaping lives. To protect against coastal storms, a 1.5-acre windbreaker plantation was established, planting 1,050 native coastal species. This green barrier, created in partnership with VMRDA, will be replicated across other vulnerable coastal areas. Beyond protection, sustainable livelihoods are key. With the support of CMFRI and the State Fisheries Department, Visakhapatnam's first community-driven seaweed culture was launched. 50 trained fishing families, 50 seaweed rafts, and a pioneering effort in the rough sea conditions mark the beginning of a new economic opportunity.
నేను 2000 నుంచి వేటకి వెళ్తున్నాను. అక్కడి నుంచి 2010 నుంచి వేట అలా అనుకూలంగా బాగుంది. మళ్ళీ మధ్య మధ్యనే అనుకూలం కూడా వేట బాగాలేకపోవడం. 2020 నుంచి అసలు వేటలు చాలా దారుణంగా ఉన్నాయి. మాకు అనుకూలం ఆదాయం లేదు. మనం గంగమ్మ బతికిన వాళ్ళం కాబట్టి మాకు అనుకూలం ఆదాయం కూడా రావట్లేదు. అయితే మరి చాలా కష్టపడుతున్నాము. 3 రోజులు వేటకి వెళ్ళి అక్కడికి వెళ్ళి అయ్యా 2000కి ఎక్కి దొరకట్లేదు. మరి ఈ రోజులు ఖర్చులు రేట్లు అన్నీ పెరిగాయి. చేపల మీద కూడా అంత రేట్లు కూడా పడట్లేదు. సివిడి వచ్చింది. దానికోసం మళ్ళీ మా కుర్రోళ్ళు పెట్టుకొని ఇలాగా చేస్తారు. ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క 5 చేస్తారు. ఉపాధి కల్పిస్తున్నారు. మాకు మంచి వాళ్ళగా అమౌంట్ వస్తుంది. వచ్చిన ద్వారా బాగానే ఉంది. రెడ్డిషన్ ఫౌండేషన్ ధన్యవాదాలు. మరి ఇది కల్పించిన వాళ్ళు ధన్యవాదాలు.
Health remains a critical issue in underserved fishing communities. Recognizing this, a fully functional primary healthcare unit was established, ensuring essential healthcare access, not just for Jalaripeta, but for nearby settlements as well.
మేము గత 20 సంవత్సరాలుగా పొదుపులు చేసుకుంటున్నాము. ఇప్పటి వరకు పొదుపులు చేసుకునే ఉన్నాం కానీ మాకు ఇంకేమి యాక్టివిటీస్ అంటే ఏమీ లేవు. మేము ఒక అంటే మెడికల్‌గా మేము ఏమైనా హాస్పిటల్ పెట్టాలనుకున్నాము. ఒక 2 ఇయర్స్ నుంచి కూడా మాకు మొబైల్ వ్యాన్ వచ్చేది. అదేంటంటే మొబైల్ వ్యాన్ వచ్చేటప్పుడు అందరిని గ్యాదర్ చేసి మాకు చెకప్ చేసుకోవడం కొంచెం మాకు ఇబ్బందయ్యింది. అయితే ఒక హాస్పిటల్ పెట్టాలనేసి అనుకున్నాం గానీ మాకు నాకు ఒక ప్లేసు ఒక అనుకూలంగా లేదు ఎక్కడ కూడాను. మాకు పెట్టుకోవాలంటే మరి దా దా సహాయం చేసేవాళ్ళు కూడా ఉండాలి కదా! లేరు కదా! ఒక మాకు రెడింగ్టన్ వాళ్ళతో ఆధ్వర్యంలో మాకు ఇలాగ దాన్ని ఎక్విప్‌మెంట్ కూడా ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. దాంతో మేము హాస్పిటల్ నడపడం జరుగుతుంది. అంతే కాకుండా మేము అంత అక్కడితో ఆగిపోకుండా మేమున్న నంబర్సు చాలామంది కూడా మేము ఖాళీగా ఉన్నాం. వాళ్ళకి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చి ఒక హాస్పిటల్‌కి ట్రైనింగ్ ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళకి ఏదైనా సరే వాళ్ళకి కూడా ఒక ఉపాధి కల్పించాలనేసి మిమ్మల్ని మేము కోరుకుంటున్నామండి. ఇక్కడ ఈ సహాయంతో కాక ఇంకా ఇంకెన్నో సహాయం చేస్తారనేసి మేము కోరుకుంటున్నామండి. మాకింత చేసినందుకు మీకు ధన్యవాదాలండి.
To empower the next generation, 50 adolescents have been trained in marine and environmental education, preparing them to become eco-stewards of their own community. Visakhapatnam's water crisis is not about scarcity, but about neglected resources. The city's lifeline depends on the restoration of its urban water bodies.
So, in this regard, we have done certain in collaboration with civil society, in collaboration with the local community, in collaboration with such contributions from people like Redington. We have done some very uh, unique initiatives, like the one that we have done for this lake rejuvenation program in Kapulapada. 2 lakes have been rejuvenated, and it is not just the lake but a cascade, including the inlet, outlet, and the cascade of lakes that we have taken up.
Under Project Vizag, the Kapulapata Cascade Revival was launched beginning with 2 critical lakes, Potavani Cheruvu and Badava Cheruvu.
ఇంక ముందులా మాకు చేయలేదు. చాలా బాగుంది. అయితే ఒక ఐటమ్గా అయిందని చెప్తున్నారు. ఇంకా కూడా కింద పూడిక ఉంది. ఆ పూడిక కూడా తీస్తే ఇంకా చెరువు చాలా నీట్గా ఉంటుంది. మరి కాబట్టి మరి ఈ చెరువు వల్ల మాకు చాలా వాటర్ స్టాక్ అయ్యి స్టోరేజ్ అయ్యి మా రైతులకి వ్యవసాయం చేసుకోవడానికి కూడా బాగుంటుందని మరి మేము అందరం కూడా ఆశిస్తున్నాం. మరి 2, 3 తపాలా కూడా మా రైతులందరం కూడా మీటింగ్ పెట్టాం. ఈ దాన్ ఫౌండేషన్ వాళ్ళ తాలూకాని వచ్చి మీ చెరువుకి ఇలా చేస్తామండి అని మా రైతుల ద్వారా కూడా మాట్లాడి మాకు మీటింగ్ పెట్టారు. మా 45 మంది రైతులతో కూడా మీటింగ్ పెట్టారు. ప్రతి ఒక్క రైతుకు కూడా విషయం చెప్పారు. ఇలాగమ్మా ఎందుకు మీటింగ్ అని అడిగారు. మా రైతులు కూడా కొంతమంది క్వశ్చన్స్ అడిగారు. అడిగితే అలా కదమ్మా మేము దాన ఫౌండేషన్గా మీ చెరువులు మేము బాగు చేస్తామని చెప్పి వాళ్ళు మా రైతులకు చెప్పడం జరిగిందండి.
With legal permissions from the district collector and Metropolitan Commissioner of VMRDA, local community institutions took charge of restoration, clearing invasive species, strengthening bunds, and restoring inlet channels. Through collective effort, over 10,000 cubic meters of water harvesting potential was created, ensuring long-term water security. In Badava Cheruvu, an island for native migratory birds was designed, restoring not just water, but biodiversity. Unlike most cities in India, Visakhapatnam's water system is spring-fed, not river-fed. Preserving its fragile ecosystem is critical for sustaining the city's future. This led to the launch of the Model Urban Forest Initiative, a first-of-its-kind project restoring the city's green lungs.
It's also associating with the DHAN Foundation and in association with the Redington Foundation in increasing the greenery in Vizag city. So as part of this, we have given some open spaces to the DHAN Foundation to increase the greenery. And the first thing is we are developing a shelter belt on a pilot basis with 1200 plants. About 12 to 15 rows of plants are placed in very near spacing of 2 meters. So various native species like the people, ficus and Thespesia, badam, and also a borderline of casuarina is given. And if we are trying our best to make it successful, and after an year, if this is successful, we'll be trying to replicate the same model in other areas of the coastal belt. Along the coast, I would like to introduce the presidents of Vishaka Matsyakarula Kalanjya Samakhya, Govindalakshmi and Jyoti. Govindalakshmi and Jyoti. Plantations over here because they besides the sea and they are very much attached to the sea. They themselves are taking care of the plantations and their efforts in giving the plantations is very much commendable.
With the support of Sri Varahalakshmi Narasimha, Swami Vari Devasthanam and VMRDA, contour trenches were created along 2.5 kilometers of degraded land, while 6 percolation ponds were revived, adding 9,000 cubic meters of water storage capacity.
Beyond that, we've also taken up plantations in Moolakuddu, which is right adjacent to the Gostani Nadi that is here. We have also done a good plantation in Gudilova right adjacent to the Kambalakonda Reserve Forest. I think we've also taken up other initiatives with respect to the unique spring shed ecosystem that is there, with in coordination with Simhachalam Devasthanam also. So the dharas that are very famous in Visakhapatnam, they are also being not just revived, but they are being brought back to the past glory that Visakhapatnam was known for.
Reforestation efforts are also underway. Gudalova and Mulakuthu were identified for urban afforestation, with 5,000 native saplings planted. But this is just the beginning. The maintenance plan spans the next 3 years, ensuring these trees take root and thrive.
So it is a very unique initiative. We are very happy to contribute in small ways to initiatives that have been brought to us. So it is not something that we initiated, but the NGO of DHAN, the community, as well as Redington have come to us with such proposals, which we are very happy to support. Such initiatives are what will bring about a sustainable development, what our United Nations want us to develop in the model, something that we will take forward. This is just one step in multiple steps that are to be taken soon with all of us, all the stakeholders that are there. I'm very happy that this has successfully gone forward, and I'm very happy that we will take multiple steps ahead.
More than just restoration, Project Vizag is about empowerment, ensuring that the solutions we create today remain in the hands of the people tomorrow. Through community training, roundtable discussions, and localized governance, the project has not only transformed landscapes, but has also built a network of people's institutions that will sustain this progress. Visakhapatnam is more than a city. It is a living model of how communities, corporates, civil societies, and governments can come together for a sustainable, inclusive, and resilient future. This is not just development, it is a movement. This is Project Vizag.